Hey everybody, this is GTR Starcraft, and I'm going to be casting a 1v1 Terran versus Terran on the map Lost Temple. We have two highly professional players here. We have Fenix, that is spawning as the blue Terran on the, I'd have to say it's probably the 2 o'clock position, and then we have QXC as the red Terran spawning at the 1 o'clock position. So, they're going to be playing on the map Lost Temple, and as we all know, Lost Temple consists of the 2 Zanaka towers in the middle of the map. You have 2 high-yield minerals basically kind of spawning near the 5 o'clock and the 11 o'clock position. So very commonly will you see Terran players go for the high yield. They like to have that boost in their economy. So and as we know, Fenix and QXC both like to go. They like to macro up. They like to have a macro up game, but it is a TVT, so this should be a very interesting game. We could see a lot of new strategies coming out of this game. So as we can see, the blue Terran player Fenix here has just laid down a supply depot and a refinery. Very commonly, we also see a Terran player put a supply depot within the range of his economy because he can always just lower it, and it's basically it's no cost for a Terran player to just put it out here, unless there was a Zerg. If there was a Zerg, then yes, then you could bunker in. We do see QXC here putting a distant barracks way over here on the edge of his map. We could possibly be seeing Reapers, maybe. He is getting gassed up. He did put his supply depot down right next to his refinery, which is, like I said, very common with the TVT, or Terran just in general. We have the QXC, we have him scouting out right now, and then we also have Fenix. He's also going to be laying down he's going to be going for a scout as well. And so far, both of them are going across from their bases to see if they're on the same side of the map. But however, we do see they're very close to each other, so we could see a lot of airdrops. We could see some very close, some rushing attacks and Marines, and I don't know. So. And we do see QXC is putting a Marine out right here in the front of his base. He's not getting that tech lab just yet, so not necessarily sure if he's going to be even doing Reapers. Sometimes Terran players like to put their barracks on the edge of their base here, just so they don't get Reaper rushed or anything. If they do, then they can always see it before it gets to the economy, which is a very smart move. Fenix here is now laying a factory down, so we're going to be probably seeing some possible tanks in the near future, maybe even some Hellions. Both of them are now getting orbital commands. QXC did, however, get the orbital command a little faster now, so he does kind of have the economic boost. And a little laggy right there. So, okay, and now QXC is now laying down a factory as well, so we're probably going to be seeing same strategy, same build for both players, actually. We do see the same, it looks like that we are building some distant supply depots just to keep the scout around the base, make sure there's no Banshees or Vikings that come in and scout on the base. Both economies booming right now. They're very even with their SUV count and Marine count, somewhat even. It looks like QXC has a little bit more Marines than Fenix, but that doesn't mean a thing actually. Sometimes, you know, here we go. There's a Hellion. Hellion just popped out of Phoenix's factory. Hellions are very fast. They're very good for scouting. We're probably going to be even seeing a little push right now. He is going to control that Zanaka tower. Make sure there's nothing over here that can see anything. So QXC does know, however, he does have a Hellion as well. So we're probably going to see a little bit of a fight now. Hellion's backing off right now. Marines are pushing in. QXC does have the high ground, so Fenix is going to have to back off. And QXC does able to snipe off that Marine, and he's going to have to kind of fall back. A little bit of Hellion fight. 4 Marines coming in to kill off that Fenix's Hellion, and does not kill it off. So a little bit of a push from the Fenix player here, but didn't do enough damage to come in here and see what QXC was doing. It looks like he's building a starport. Okay, now he just scanned the starport. He is going to see the engineering bay and the starport going up. Supply depot is going up. It looks like QXC was almost supply blocked for one. QXC is now coming in here to see what's going on. He is scouting Phoenix's base. He did see that reactor go up for the barracks, and he did see the starport and the tech lab out of the starport. Fenix is now researching Cloak, is getting Banshees out, which is a very common move for Terran players to get Banshees and Cloak at the same time. However, QXC does have a Viking out, so he could easily take out that Banshee, even if it is Cloak, because the orbital command can scan. So far, they're sticking with just one base right now. We do see heavy gas coming out of Fenix, and we do see heavy gas coming out of QXC. So, very standard, very common. Both economies are booming right now. They have just the same amount of mules and SUVs right now. So, but no one has gotten an expansion yet. So, we do see Fenix now laying down engineering bay, and he is just pumping out mass marines. Viking is going to be able to see this Banshee. However, he's not going to engage because of these marines here. Viking's basically just going to scatter around and see what's going on right now, and he's probably going to pull back. QXC is still pumping out marines, and he's going for a Banshee as well. We do see a tank coming out of the factory from QXC. He is supply block though, he's got to build some more supply depots here, and we do see Fenix is as well supply block. Both players were supply block too. So usually in a game like this, you want to make sure you're not supply blocked. I mean, I say this for every game. It is very, very crucial that you do not get supply blocked. It's always when it's later into the game, when you're around 8-9 minutes in the game, you want to make sure you're building 2 supply depots at a time, because you're pumping out more units, more SUVs, and things get a little more crazy. So we do see Fenix. He does have a Banshee out, and he is just scouting around to see what QXC is doing. He's going to scout this bunker and the siege tank. So it looks like QXC is going for a little bit of a defensive perimeter. He's going to be setting down, putting a siege tank down. He is researching. I'm sorry, he is getting a siege tank. Has not researched siege mode yet, and we don't see any Vikings from the red player from QXC coming out. He is going to be able to take out a couple of marines and an SUV. He did scout this Raven, however, so Fenix is going to have to basically be cautious when the next time he attacks. He does have a Raven. QXC does have a Raven out there, so we could just be seeing a lot more Vikings. QXC is now putting out another Viking. He's coming out with 2 Vikings now. He does have one more Viking out there, a couple Marines, and he does have a Banshee that is being repaired by SUVs. We also see some missile turrets. Very smart move, because Terran players love to put Banshees into the economy and just do some devastation. A lot of players, Zerg players, Protoss, and Terran as well, they like to build at least 2 to 3 missile turrets around their economy to make sure that they, for drops or anything, that they can take out any of the air units. This Banshee is going to be able to scout this command center now. He does know that he's putting down no world commands. So Fenix is a little bit ahead right now with the economy, because he is getting a second expansion up a little bit faster than Fenix. He's getting a little bit of a faster economy than QXC is. However, QXC does have a little bit more. He does have more bit of an army. QXC is kind of harassing these Marines right here. These Marines really cannot do much. But this running is just going to be able to kill these Marines here. So we just get a little bit of a snipe from this Banshee right here, but just not enough. We do see a little bit. We do see some Vikings and Ravens coming over here. Probably going to be doing maybe a land drop, or I don't know what they're going to be doing, but Fenix needs to watch out for those Vikings, because Vikings can take down those Banshees easily. We do see a little bit of yep, he is laying down some auto turrets right here. 2 auto turrets. He's going to be able to do a little bit of economy and harass. QXC now laid down his Vikings. Does have a Banshee out there. Raven's getting shot at by a missile turret. Still not much. Fenix needs to move in his Marines a little bit more. Get this tank over here. Kill off these Vikings right here. No Vikings for Fenix though, however. So Fenix is in a little bit of a trouble right now. He needs to kind of get up a Viking. He needs to make sure that this Banshee can't cause some serious damage. He just took down a tank. Not a really good thing right now for Fenix, because he really has no defense. He has a couple Marines and a Banshee, but he needs to take down this Banshee and this Raven. This Raven and this Banshee doing really doing a lot of some big economic drop right here for the Fenix players. The auto turret does go down. This Banshee has 2 HP left. Isn't going to be able to take it down, and very good micro from QXC. With 2 HP left, he was able to snipe out that Marine. This medevac this supply depot has not been repaired yet. They need to make sure he does not get supply blocked. Raven and Banshee still doing a big harass right now, and this Banshee is a little bit hiding on the side of the map. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right here. So I'm not sure if Fenix can even spot that. However, Fenix has a major economic advantage right now. QXC is now just laying down his. He's not just getting his economy up over here. He wants to make sure this mineral field is fully saturated. He does have a few Marines and a couple of Vikings. He has 1 Viking over here, and I think he's got some over here. He's got 1 over here. He's got a lot of tanks, and he does have quite a few Marines, and he needs to be pushing out right now. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing a push out sooner or later from the game. Fenix is pumping out quite a few SUVs. He needs to make up from those lost SUVs that that the Raven and the Banshee took out.